Hello there, welcome back. The Loose Women are here at 12:30. Let's find out what's got them talking. Hello, Charlene.
Happy Monday, Captain Ben. Right, coming up, after it was revealed that the Prime Minister is richer than the King, is Rishi too rich to rule? That's the question we're asking. And speaking of the King, Linda tells us about attending a party at the Palace and why she almost wasn't let in. And she's a pop legend, the one and only Lulu is here. Why she's taken a vow of silence. Bea knows all about that. Plus, from the street to the studio, guess who's back? It's Sally Dinnermore! So do join me, Sally, Linda and Bea at 12:30.
Thank you very much,
Thanks,
Charlene. Thank you. Now, she's on a mission to get some of the world's biggest and brightest minds to impart their wisdom.
Yeah, following her #1 podcast, The Therapy Crouch, Abby Clancy has relegated her husband Peter to the benches and is hoping to score a hit of her own.
You have, expressed numerous times that you want to be accessible to the masses. Do you ever worry that could devalue your brand?
No, because when you build a business, as long as you start at the top, you can copy yourself. I am passionate about that. And one of the things that I love doing is going on This Morning and going into people's, I can look at somebody's home in 5 minutes and tell them, do that, that, and that. I say that everyone should have a beautiful home.
Yeah.
Now, that can be, if somebody's paying millions of pounds or you're paying £100 or £50. Today, everything is accessible on the high street.
Lovely that you had Kelly Hoppen in there, of course. Abby's with us now. Lovely to see Abby.
Good morning.
In a different role. You are Chief Inquisitor, sort of interrogator and questionnaire.
Yeah, it's actually weird being on my own. I've been sitting on the couch next to Pete for a year and now I'm on my own and it's a completely different beast. It's so different interviewing someone because I'm not a journalist, I'm not an interviewer.
Yeah.
So just trying to have these conversations with incredible people.
But you are Scouse, so you do love a chat.
I love a chat. And that was the hardest thing when I was interviewing Pete, not butting in.
Yeah.
Because that's, when we do the therapy crouch together, we get so many messages, can you just please let Pete finish his story? So trying my best to keep my mouth shut, not interrupt, is hard.
So what is the idea behind Exhibit A?
So Exhibit A is if you want to better your life, if you want to better yourself and learn and be inspired, then this is the podcast for you. I'm interviewing so many different people from all different walks of life, experts, doctors, A-list stars, celebrity chefs, with incredible stories. And they're just really inspiring and interesting. And when I listen to a podcast, I want to learn something.
Yeah, sure.
So...
You don't have enough time in the day, most.
No.
I mean, what did you say? You've got 4 kids, 2 dogs, 2 cats, 1 horse.
Yeah. And a husband.
And a
husband.
The worst one.
He keeps you very busy. You had the amazing Mo Gaudat on your podcast, didn't you, who we had here.
Unstressable.
Unstressable was his new book.
Yeah.
What did you learn from Mo? Because he's an extraordinary character.
Oh, he's incredible. I am the most stressed out person on earth. I worry about everything, I catastrophise. And I felt from him, I learnt so many small things you can change on your day-to-day life that will help. And it sounds cheesy, but they definitely do work.
And have you employed some of his techniques, Abby, to sort
100%, yeah. If you have a negative thought, quickly change that to a positive one. Wake up.
So how do you do that? Is there sort of a mechanism or a way of... Because you can dwell on... I mean, if you're a catastrophiser, you can dwell on negative thoughts and then they can spiral.
Well, I'm always spiralling. Like, I think, when I did the Mo and Alice's stress test, it was like 96% stressed out and he couldn't believe it. But I'm just a worrier. But I think it takes time and practice to change. I'm nearly 40 years old and I've been like this my whole life. So to kind of change that thought process into thinking more positively. And so I am a positive person, but I just worry.
You know what, though? I think that you always put out exactly what you are. And I think that's why people love the podcast that you do with Pete as well. It feels so honest and so authentic and real. It feels as though there's no filter at all.
Well, there isn't really. Because my cousin and my brother producer were, like, in our living room. It's not like you're being interviewed by a journalist, so all of us, instantly your guard's down, so, we just say everything and anything. But, people seem to like it, and we enjoy it.
Do you ever get messages from your parents saying, I think that was a bit too much to share? Was anybody...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do you? Do you?
Yeah, we're often in the paper with mad headlines, and we're like, why did we say that? We've divulged too much, but it's all fun.
When we knew you were coming in, we asked our viewers if they had any questions, and we had this question in from one of our viewers who was keen for you to answer this one.
Oh.
Hi, yes. My name's Peter. I have a question for Abigail. She talks about the new show, Exhibit A, and enriching her life with some incredible guests that she meets. Does she not feel enriched on the therapy couch with her husband, Peter?
First of all, I want to know why Pete's got braces on. What was he wearing?
It was a parachute.
A parachute?
He's got a backpack on going somewhere, surely. I imagine it's his
He hasn't got a
rucksack.
backpack?
Well, he's nicked it from somewhere. It looked like he was on a train station. Is he on a platform going somewhere else?
He must be.
It's a backpack. He's got a rucksack on.
Backpack.
Is he going to the gym?
It's like Bear Grylls.
Yes, because you've said this is all about enriching and fulfilling people's lives with a new podcast. And as Pete points out, what's not enriching and fulfilling about your podcast with him?
Well, I've been...
She's digging a hole here.
I'm trying to think of the right way to answer this. You know, the therapy couch is light-hearted, it's fun. You know, we don't take ourselves too seriously, but I just want to learn more.
Yeah.
And your husband's not helping you?
No, but although he is very clever, but it's normally on topics that I'm not interested in.
But I did like how you interviewed him on Exhibit A as well. And there was really lovely moments that actually you don't think of in a footballer's career. And it's that real moment where they have to choose between living a normal teenage life and going out and really committing to something that they don't know is going to happen or not. And he kind of credits it all to that teacher, Mr. Waring, that he had this amazing, amazing teacher. I just think you don't see that side of him normally.
No. I think Peter is he's very focused and he's very determined and, you know, he went through a lot growing up with the, you know, like kind of the abuse that he got and he still managed to represent the country and play for the best clubs in the world. So I think that's a real testament to his character. But I think, you know, having an inspirational teacher can make so much
The film that was made, I think it's on Amazon, isn't it, about him, is extraordinary for looking at that. Do you ever give him credit for what he's achieved, though, internationally as a footballer at home, though, Abby?
Not really.
No.
I know that's bad. But, you know, when he filmed the documentary, some of the things I found out that was the first time I'd even heard about them. And I was so angry how people can write the most horrific things.
And it really was, wasn't it?
Horrific. And you think just because you're in the public eye, you should be able to take that. And, you know, he's human at the end of the day. And it was awful. And I just wanted to kill the people.
Yeah, you do. You get upset.
very
I was
protective.
so protective.
Quick question about him. Is he ever sexier than when he's taking the bins out for you, though?
I think this is like a kind of reverse psychology.
Do you?
Yeah, honey, take the bins out and, you know...
You'll look great.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So perhaps not as sexy as it's being... It's the sexiest chore, by all accounts.
Apparently so. So the podcast is out every Monday.
It's out every Monday.
And you're doing Liz Hurley, she's coming on?
We've got Elizabeth Hurley out today and she is incredible.
Powerhouse.
She's so hot, powerhouse, icon, and we had a great chat.
Sounds like you're loving it, Abby.
I'm loving it, it's great fun.
Good luck with it.
Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
for coming in.